Young Dogs! Yeah.
Coming at you.
Talking about Nick Chubb. Now, why do I say Nick Chubb like that? It's because I'm disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed. I was so excited for Nick Chubb this year. Some would say I'm getting a... No, not going to say. Not going to say. You know what I was going to say. For censor purposes, I'm not going to say it. Nick Chubb was giving me... I'm going to say he's giving me Nick Chubb. I like Nick Chubb so much, and then Kareem Hunt had to come into the picture. Ruin everything. He ruined everything. I was so excited. I was ready to take him in the first round. When we were talking about our rankings for next year, I had him as a first round pick. I was taking him towards the bottom end of the first round. And now that's just shot to poopy. It's all shot to poopy. Because Kareem Hunt's going to come back. We still haven't found out about the suspension, but obviously it's going to be at least, you've got to figure 6 games, possibly 10, but still, that means Nick Chubb is not going to have his value when it comes to the fantasy playoffs.
I like Nick Chubb, but you're right. Kareem Hunt is going to spoil the plans. I mean,
ruin everything.
It depends, though. I mean, the guy could be suspended for the whole year. We don't even know. You know, I mean,
I hope so.
You know, he could be suspended for 4 games. He could do 2 games, 6 games. I mean, it could be anything. But you know what you're getting with Chubb. He's going to be the guy all the time. I mean, my guess is that Kareem Hunt will probably be used sparingly at the beginning. You know, maybe towards the end of the year, they'll probably be splitting a lot more carries. But I don't know if it's going to affect Chubb as much as we think. Because you figure Duke Johnson's probably gone. The receiving core we've talked about is not anything special. You know, all they have is Jarvis Landry, really. And you've expressed your feelings about Jarvis Landry of how he's not really a number 1 receiver.
Screw you, Jarvis.
You know, if they make a splash, I mean, there's rumors maybe the Browns are trading for Beckham. I don't know.
I would love that. That'd be so much fun.
That would be interesting. But again, that might even open up the field more for Nick Chubb. I understand Kareem Hunt is probably the biggest factor in this, but we don't know his status. So right now, we're just going to pretend that he's probably going to be suspended for a couple games. I believe his value does take a hit. Yeah. You know.
I mean, all right, so realistically, what do you think the number is? We're guessing here, but what number of games do you think that Hunt gets suspended for?
I would say 6.
Okay, so with him being suspended for 6 games of the season, what does that drop Chubb down to?
I think that puts Chubb in like the late 2nd, early 3rd round range.
2nd, early 3rd.
Yeah, or maybe middle of 3rd, because 6 games is a lot. I mean, that's quite a bit of time that you're going to have this guy.
Yeah, but it's the fact that it's like when we had that team scenario with who was it the other year? It was with Le'Veon. We've had Le'Veon deal with this situation at the beginning of the year, whatever. But he was coming back and he was the man. When Kareem Hunt comes back, it's just, you know, it's going to be a split situation. They're not going to use just one guy like how it was with Carlos Hyde and Nick Chubb last year. It's they're going to be going back and forth. They're both too talented to not use them like that.
Yeah, but I also think Chubb gets used more in the red zone more. The only thing that I can see being a big factor is that Chubb is not a big pass catcher. I mean, he only had 20 catches last year.
But he's shown the ability to. I don't understand why they didn't use him that much.
Well, that's my thing. So I think if Kareem Hunt is put into the offense, you're going to see him more on the field catching the ball. Whenever they're in passing situations, you're going to see more of Kareem Hunt rather than Nick Chubb.
True.
So I do believe that the rushing yards will be there. He had 996 yards last year, 4 away from 1,000. I could see him getting over 1,000 this year. I could see them maybe focusing on that run, especially in the beginning months. You know.
Yeah. I mean, you also got to figure too. My last point right here is going to be the fact that you saw in New Orleans, they were able to create 2 fantasy viable running backs in the same system. I think that, you know, collectively, the talent-wise between these 2 are greater than the New Orleans running backs. So I think, you know what? Maybe it's fine drafting both. That might be a good handcuff strategy because I don't know where Kareem Hunt goes, but that's a possibility that you could run into. You could end up starting both of them and being fine.
Yeah. I mean, that could towards the end of the year, maybe that's what you do. You know, maybe that's how you save yourself with Nick Chubb if you must draft Kareem Hunt. I mean, again, I'm not sure where Kareem Hunt will go, but right now, if you're drafting Nick Chubb, I would say draft him more as like a high-end 2.
Okay. And with that, we started very somber on this video, and we're ending on optimism. With that, We are the fantasy underdogs. Bidding you adieu.
Like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, that too.
How long was that one?
A little over 5.